Now, in this video, I'm just going to go back to, at the beginning anyway, a slightly easier version of our SQL query. So this retrieves 8,845 rows. But suppose I wanted only those rows where the purchase order ID was equal to 8. Well, that's almost exactly what I write. The third clause is where. So where the purchase order ID is equal to 8. So let's execute that, and you can see that the where reduces the number of rows. It doesn't reduce the number of columns. That's done in the select clause. But the where reduces the number of rows. Suppose I wanted all of the purchase IDs between 5 and 9. That's literally what I write. Or suppose I want it where it is less than 10. So as long as you're aware that this is the less than sign, and this is the more than sign, and you can add an equals. So at the moment, this isn't giving us purchase ID number 10 because 10 is not greater than 10, but I could say is equal to or greater than 10, then you'll be fine. Now suppose I wanted the purchase orders 1 and 8. Well, I can say where the purchase ID equals 1 or purchase ID equals 8. Note, I'm not saying where the purchase ID is equal to 1 or where the purchase ID is equal to 8. Only one where clause needed. That's one way. Another way is saying where the purchase ID in open brackets 1, 8. So if I was doing this in plain English, I would say where the purchase ID is in 1, 8, but you don't use the is in this particular instance. So both of those will work. Now let's go back to our product table. So select star from dbo.product. I want all of these products where the color is black. So where color equals black, and execute. And unfortunately, the computer is thinking that when I say black, I'm talking about a previously unknown column. I'm not. I want the literal, I want the text called black. Okay, well, if this was any other programming language, I would add double quotation marks to refer to this as speech, if this was Excel, say. But that doesn't work either. What I do instead is have single quotation marks. Now, I should point out, on some versions of SQL Server, you may find the double quotation marks actually working. In reality, the majority of the time, double quotation marks work the same as these hard brackets. So, where color is equal to black, there we go. Let's narrow it down a bit more. I want where the product name contains the word black. So if I just change that to product name, it will give me 0 rows because there is no product name called black. Instead, I want the word black to appear anywhere in the product name. Now, if I was using Windows Explorer, I could use a wildcard of a star to mean 0 or more characters. However, this isn't the case in SQL Server. Instead, I use the percentage sign. So what this code says is where the product name equals any number of characters, including 0 characters, then black, and then any number of characters. So it could be black bike, or it could be bike which is black, or it could be bike which is black and white. So if I execute that, oh, still not working. Because again, we're not telling the computer that these percentage signs are wildcards to be used. So instead of using the word equals, we use the word like, where the product name is like percentage black percentage. So that gives us all of the answers, including, you will notice right at the top, one row where the colour is not actually black. It's just in the product name. So just to make a note, percentage equals 0 or more characters. Now the computer has underlined this in red because it thinks that this is code. Now to say that it is a comment only, I put 2 hyphens at the beginning, and you can see it turns it into green. So it ignores any lines with these 2 hyphens. So let's go back to our more complicated example and say I want to have all of this data, but only where the colour is equal to black. So where the colour, can you finish it off? Colour, like, apostrophe, apostrophe, single quotation marks, percentage, black, percentage, and single close mark. Will that work? Because it's a lowercase b and we're using uppercase b's here. And the answer is, it depends. It depends on how your database has been set up. The default for new databases in my version is what's called case insensitive. In other words, this will work. But if you had a case sensitive version, then it would need a capital B at the beginning. But usually databases are set up for case insensitive. So you could use small case b, you could use an uppercase black. It would return the same results. And you notice that is also giving us silver stroke black because I've used the where, the like. If I wanted to be just black, then I would use the equal sign without any of the percentage signs. So in this video, we've had a look at the where clause. We've had a look at using greater than, less than, equal to, and we've had a look at the word like. And we've also had a look at the word in and the word or. And just like we use the word or, so where product name is equal to this, or where product name is equal to something else. So that would return both black and silver, or both black or silver. We can also use ands, we can use nots, we can use other things. If you are used to using them in Excel, you can fairly well use them here with some modifications.